And we are going live. We are live. Day one journey, episode 783. Chi-ching. Yeah. And today I want to share with you the one thing I want to control. Is it other people? No. Is it events or things in my life? Not really. Well, I do want to have influence on them, but this is not the first thing and the one thing I want to control. And I think in many cases when I mention this word control or power, I think some people have, I don't know, they just don't like these words. I don't know, control, power. So I can change it to master. The one thing I want to master, it's my mind, it's my brain, and overall it's myself, my thoughts, my actions. This is what I want to master. Again, going back to one of my favorite quotes, knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. So I want true power. I don't just want strength, mastering others. I want true power, mastering myself. This is part of my journey for the last, 15 years. As I showed you yesterday, for example, I went to learn NLP. Most of the people in the course were people that wanted to use the NLP tools to influence other people, whether it's their patients, their customers, their listeners in a lecture, whatever it was. I went there because I want to use these tools on myself. I want to master myself. And again, when I say I want to control my thoughts, some people, also my friends, go like, huh? Control your thoughts? Why don't you just, I don't know, go with the flow or listen to yourself more? Like, yeah, I listen to myself. I want to master myself. I want to be able to master my emotions, master my thoughts, being able to direct my focus on whatever I'm doing, whatever is important to me right now, whatever is important to me in the long term. And by the way, the fact that I'm saying I want to master my emotions doesn't mean that I want to ignore them. It doesn't mean that I don't feel them. I remember till today, and back in the days it bothered me. Right now, not really. My friends in university told me that I'm a robot. Like, they thought that I don't experience my feelings, or I know, this is what they thought. But they were wrong. And back then I had the urge to explain myself to them, and no, I'm not a robot. I don't really care right now about that. But if you're listening to this video, wherever you are, when I say mastering my emotions, I mean sending my emotions to school. I mean working with them. I mean, I want to influence my emotions. If I want to feel happy right now, I want to be able to do that. There's a lot of techniques. I learned in NLP. I also learned in self-hypnosis how to actually feel happy right now. So I want to acquire this skill. I want to be able to control my state. It doesn't mean that I'm numb. It doesn't mean that I ignore my feelings. Let's say something happens in my life, I'm sad. I'm not saying, okay, now I'll ignore being sad. I think it's important. I think, for example, sadness is on the same spectrum of happiness. So, in order for me to feel alive, I want to experience all the spectrum of emotions. So, it's not that, okay, sadness, I don't want sadness in my life. This is not the goal. But the goal is to be able to change my state, change my emotions at will. I think this is the number one skill that I try to cultivate. I'm not that well practiced with it, to be honest. Sometimes I manage to do that, sometimes I don't. But this is something that I want to work on. I want to work on this skill, I want to do the reps, and I will become better at it. This is the one thing that I want to control. What is it? My brain, my mind, my thoughts, my focus. Yes, it would be nice to have superpowers and, control other people. It could be nice, yeah? Knowing other people, like the quote goes, it's intelligence. Well, I do want intelligence. I do want to understand other people. But more than that, I want to understand myself. And one big reason for that, I want to understand myself so I can master myself. This is what I want. This is what I want to master. This is the one thing I want to control. Myself. I know people don't like the word control, so you can switch it with the word power. I want to have power over myself. Some people also don't like the word power, so I'm using the word master. I want to master myself. This is it. This is what I want to share with you today. Maybe the next few videos I'll share with you how I do that, what tools do I use. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, have an amazing day one. See you tomorrow.